The man who led Poland's health response through the COVID pandemic has faced a brutal beating in broad daylight, with his attackers reportedly shouting death to the traitors of the fatherland before landing the first punch. Former Health Minister Adam Niedzielski was briefly hospitalised with non-life-threatening injuries. But as Kazimierz Słyszak reports, the incident reopens the debate on hate speech in a country divided along political lines.
This was no ordinary attack. First, the victim, former Health Minister Adam Niedzielski, who held that office during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Second, the timing, broad daylight. And third, the attackers reportedly shouting death to the traitors of the fatherland before throwing their fist at the former official. Former minister was briefly hospitalized with no life-threatening injuries, and the assailants have since handed themselves to the police.
This entire incident is the result of tolerating hate speech, but also of the decision by the Minister of Internal Affairs, Marcin Kierwiński, to remove my protection, despite numerous threats against me in public spaces.
The government has denied responsibility, pointing out that the minister enjoyed extended uniformed protection after the change of government, even more than standard protocol calls for.
Anyone who feels threatened can ask for police protection. After he finished his term as minister, Mr. Niedzielski never asked for additional protection.
But all political accusations aside, where does the phrase "death to the traitors of fatherland" even come from? Well, it was first used by the Polish soldiers in the Second World War when they were fighting against Nazi Germany, but nowadays it is most commonly associated with the conservative communities in Poland, especially the far right. Nationalist presidential candidate Grzegorz Braun even used this phrase during his election campaign earlier this year.
Death to the traitors of the fatherland is the slogan of my election program today.
And even though Adam Niedzielski is himself a member of a right-wing party, Law and Justice, he was often criticized for the handling of the pandemic. Poland had the worst ratio of COVID-related deaths among the 5 biggest EU populations, at 312 per 100,000 citizens. Still, violence should never be an answer, and experts say polarization in Poland is only getting worse.
The massive problem of hate speech, especially hate speech online, is yet to be tackled. If it is not dealt with, I'm afraid there will be many more cases of violence inspired by the propaganda of hate speech online.
The extremely thin margin of the recent presidential election also shows a society split in half.
The division in the society runs very deep, and the possibility to reach consensus, possibility even to talk to each other and to agree on some basic aspects is increasingly more difficult.
This assault against the former health minister is a sobering reality check for Poland and serves perhaps as the best proof of the boiling political atmosphere in the country. From Warsaw, Kazimierz Słyszak, TVP World.